Stoopzz video. This is the new one. What is it? How I made 140,000 gold.
I was contemplating on whether or not I should make this video because I honestly feel that after I make this video, it may have an impact in the Lost Ark economy and how players approach the game. And
oh, bro, like this shit happens. Have you ever had a build in PoE and then Mathil makes a video about it and all of the things that you wanted to buy double in price? Like, yeah, I had this happen. Like, there was this guy that made a video about Crest of Desire. And I'm like, oh, and he said in the video, he's like, yeah, it's like 10C or something like that. It's this cheap fucking helmet. And then I go and I'm like, oh, I'm going to play this league. And I look at the price of the helmet. It's fucking 18x. Okay, the fuck?
Maybe I'll have an influence on what players decide to do. But I'm just going to tell you what I think is going to happen and what I'm doing and why I think you should not be upgrading your gear in Tier 3.
What?
All right.
What?
Without further ado, let's get into it, and hopefully you can follow me along here. I know many of you may have not reached Tier 3 yet, or you're on your way to Tier 3,
Volume.
but this also affects you in Tier 2 content. Now, if you look at my gold, I'm currently sitting at 86,000 gold, and the amount of gold that is circulating the economy right now is pretty crazy. There's a lot of inflation going on.
There's a lot of people playing.
In my opinion, that's due to a couple of things.
Currency creation.
It's due to the printing of gold from the Welcome Challenge, where players are just earning gold from doing various things in the game, whether it be you're upgrading your gear. Also, you're getting gold from your affinity-based stuff, where you're just getting free gold from different characters in the game, depending on who you are talking to. Additionally,
wow, that's crazy. I had no idea about that.
That exist in the game. Inflating the economy. And
well, the main reason why I think the economy is inflating, right? And like, this is, maybe I'm wrong about this, but like right now, everybody is doing a bunch of quests and stories and shit like that. And in the process of doing that, you're going to be generating a lot of gold. And like the real gold sinks in the game come later on. Like, that's my understanding. It is like the nice boss, yeah, it's funny. But like, yeah, the gold sinks come way later on, because that's whenever you're really spending a lot of money. Like, for example, like how much money did I spend the other day gold sinking just for one fucking adventure journal thing? It was like 300 or 400 silver, 400k silver. It was a lot. So that's why. It's because right now we're in the building stage of the economy, because people are generating money more and they're not spending it as much because they're not doing the things that cost gold. Silver's not gold. Yeah, but gold also gets generated too, faster at the beginning. Absolutely. Because you have like welcome challenges and things that generate entry-level players gold. And you have a lot of entry-level players, so that's just more gold that's being generated.
There's no real way to spend gold at the current point in time, which is why I recommended a lot of people, if you watched Allcraft, I told many players to invest your gold in blue crystals because it was a good deal.
I heard about this.
Since then, the price of blue crystals has doubled, but it's still never a bad deal to buy blue crystals with your gold, which, by the way, I have not bought any gold whatsoever. I've only bought blue crystals. I have not bought any of them. Not bought any gold whatsoever, because that's a bad deal, but it's a good deal to invest your gold into blue crystals, because the price of blue crystals is going to continue to rise over time. In Korea, on my Korean account, the price of per 100 blue crystals is at around 1,700 gold. So it's about more than 3 times.
Bro, it's the same thing as like in WoW. Like, if you put something in the game and like somebody can use real money to beat it, they're gonna do it. Like, they're gonna do it. It's just like, this is just what's going to happen. And you can get mad about it, but it's like, why? Because it's easier. People make, like, let's say you're a guy, you make $40 an hour at your job. Let's say you make 80 grand a year at your job, and you can farm gold and you can make 1 token an hour, or like maybe like you can make 1 token a day, or you can go to work and make 1 token an hour. You see at $40 an hour? Yeah, I mean, if you work with like a skilled trade, I think $40 an hour is pretty fucking realistic. Like, yeah, if you're an electrician, I think $40 an hour, that's probably low. Nah, you're not going to get paid that much working at McDonald's. But the other shit, yeah, like 40 an hour is realistic. Yeah, I mean, no shot, man. Like, it's a lot of, I'm an electrician, it's true, yeah.
It is now, never a bad time to buy them. However, I also believe that it is a bad idea to upgrade your character. Many people are buying up materials in tier 2 and in tier 3 at ridiculous prices. You can see that the price of these leap stones here are around 298 with the price of the previous 5 days, 324, and it's slowly going down each and every day. The average price of the leap stones is going down over time because more people are hitting tier 3.
Yeah.
Which is why I think it's wise of you to sell your materials and then buy them back later, but we'll talk about that.
Bro, I don't know if I want to sell my shit, man. I feel like I just want to upgrade. I want to be ready to be going big dick. Every single time new content comes out, I want to just do whatever I need to do.
Second, what is happening is that there are players that are buying gold that don't really know how the game works, or they just don't care, and they're trying to rush their item level to 1370. However, I am not doing that, and I am sitting at 1325, and I will sit here at 1325.
So he's in blue gear.
My gear while I sell all.
Oh my god, he's sitting here in blues, and he's just chilling. He's building up power. Korean cowboy, yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. And he's level 50 fucking 5? Jesus, that's insane. Wow.
My materials and only use my bound materials and selling my unbound or tradable materials, which I talked about in my gold video that you may have seen, or it may have already been.
I want to do
when you're watching this video. Why I think you should not use this and not worry about upgrading your gear is that I believe, based on what we've seen in the past and based on some of the gear upgrade rates that we currently have, if I go to some of the gear and we look at the current upgrade rate of a lot of the gear in tier 3 content, whether it be the sunset gear or if I look at the solar gear that will come from Argos, if we look at the upgrade rates, we're at 15%.
Oh, I can get 15% easy. Like 15%, that's a joke. Like, why are people getting upset about 15%? 15%'s fine. Like, I hit 15% all the time, man. Look how much you need for that. You just get it. I mean, what do you mean, look how much you need for that? You don't do 50 of them a day. You only need to do 1. You just get it and you're done. That's it. You get 1 or 2 attempts a day? Yeah, well, that's 1 attempt. You get 1, then 2 attempts. Maybe you mess it up, right? But, like, maybe you get 2.
Plus 12. And we even have 10% upgrade chance at plus 15.
I felt like it was a lot lower. That's all. I just felt like it was a lot lower. Even like 10% is not really awful. For somebody who's farmed a Mists of Pandaria World Boss mount, 10%'s like, well, that's pretty good. All right. Yeah, sounds good to me. 10%. Okay.
And if I look at the solar gear, maybe you've seen this gear, this Argos gear by the Russian Pro video. I won't get into it. Maybe you've seen that where he says you can upgrade the gear to plus 25. In our version, this gear is capped at 20. Plus 20, which is...
It's a 3% base? Guys, listen. We're going to really have to come together. We're going to really have to come together for these things here, all right? We got to really start donating and really start farming. We really got to come together. Got to make sure that this happens.
It's very, very clear with these upgrade rates, the amount of materials that are circulating in the game in general, and being capped on upgrades, it's very clear that Smilegate and Amazon don't want players getting too far ahead, which is what they had initially done in the initial implementation of Tier 3 and Solar Gear.
Well, aren't they going to increase the chance of you upgrading later on, and that way it's easier to get caught up? That's kind of what I'm expecting.
Following me here, it's fine.
Yeah.
This gear used to be able to go to plus 25, and players used to be able to get to 1475. And they realized that was a mistake. They had said that was a mistake and they shouldn't have done that.
That's a big number.
And it left so much, there's a huge gap in content, which is why we had 4 Legion raids within a single year. They're capping that off, trying to prevent players from
that boss is going to be so easy for me to beat.
Players where a majority of players are currently in Tier 1.
I'm going to just beat that boss so easy.
What I expect to happen is that with the idea of wanting to release Argos in the next month and a half, I expect to see another buff to the Welcome Challenge or an extension of the Welcome Challenge.
Yeah.
We've already seen a buff to help players progress through different tiers to
yeah, they give you like 50 leap stones out of some of this shit. I mean, like, that's a lot of fucking leap stones. 50? That's crazy.
This giving players a ton of mats, assisting them on their journey. We even
Yeah.
have 150 rocks for killing the first Guardian raid, which you would have. This is an insane.
150. Oh my God. I'm getting that today. I'm getting that today. I'm addicted to the rocks, man. What can I say? That's a whole lot.
Amount of materials for defeating a single Guardian raid. We have things like called Hyper Express in Korea, where you get some materials, but not on this level of materials for doing a
That's a
simple
lot
task
of fucking
as clearing
shit.
100 Guardian raids, clearing a Guardian raid, getting 150 rocks. If you look at how much gold that really is, it's 150 of these guys. I mean, that is a ridiculous.
That's
amount of
150.
gold.
Oh my God, that's a lot of fucking money. Jesus, like that's how much even is that? That's like what, 60,000 gold? Some bullshit, like 6,000 gold. That's a lot. Oh my God.
Correct.
45.
I
did the
expect
math
them
wrong.
to either buff that, or what I do expect is them to go back on the patch notes that they had released
They're
previous
bound, not
to the
sellable?
release
Yeah, I know
of
that.
Lost Ark. They said it was a mistake.
It's a value.
Where they released these patch notes, which shows us the post-nostalgia update, where they give you 100% upgrade rates in tier 1 and in tier 2, and they let you jump 2 upgrades each time you upgrade. And they also, in that patch note, showed that they were going to buff the upgrade rates of tier 3.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like 100% upgrade chance in tier 2 is a lot. Like, I feel like my experience playing the game, like, I enjoyed, like, going through and doing all the different Guardians and doing all the different content. And it's like, but, like, I don't know. Like, I play all day. Like, I don't know, like, really what the average player experience is. So, like, maybe I'm wrong. Like, I'm fully ready to admit that I'm wrong about this. But, like, I kind of liked going through and doing all the Guardians and doing all of the raids and everything. So it's just, you did it once, think of the alts. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I can see the alts for sure.
I believe that to potentially be just a down the road patch. I think with the issues going on in Europe, Argos will be delayed a little bit, and they're going to give a lot of people some time to get there, and they will help you get there for free. And if I'm wrong, and in the worst case scenario that I'm wrong about this, which I don't think I am, but if I am wrong and you do follow my advice, it's fine. No matter what, if you're selling your materials, these rocks will not be worth what they're being sold for as more people get to tier 3. They just won't. The price of these materials, that's why I'm selling everything. In Korea, each one of these rocks are about 19 gold per. Now, will they be 19 gold per here? No. But there's going to be a lot of them circulating. That's going to severely drop the price of all of these upgrade materials, making holding them or using them a complete waste.
Well, yeah, you want to sell them now, because if getting the 15 to 16, or sorry, 14 to 15 now is going to take on average like 3 tries, let's say that's 75 stones. So that means every single time somebody goes from 14 to 15, they have to spend 75. So you're taking 75 out of the economy every single time. You take that up to 100%, that means you're only taking 25 out of the economy every single time. Where do those leap stones go? Well, they sit in people's bags, and they're competing with each other for what do you call it? For sales. Like, that's the way it goes. Like, this is what happens. Like, yeah, you want to sell your shit as soon as you can. And it's also like, this is what I did in New World, right? Is I got to 175 logging as soon as I could. And I was the only person on my server that could cut down red trees. And I could sell that shit for any price I wanted.
As you can just buy them back later at probably a fraction or a quarter of the price. And that's 4 timesing your mats. So that is what I'm going to be doing. That's my prediction. What do I know? You don't have to listen to me, but those of you that do want to take my advice, there it is for you. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with the gold? Invest it in blue crystals or invest it in your alts. That way you have more characters at tier 3 or tier 2, so you can make even more gold. And with that being
I feel like people play alts in Lost Ark the same way people played alts in Warlords of Draenor, where like how everybody would have like 5 or 6 different characters just running garrison dailies every day. That's the same way that I feel.
What do you do in the meantime? You do the things that I've been telling players to do on my stream for a long time. Work
Mokoko
on
seeds.
your island hearts so that you can collect and earn skill potions
Moko
that you
seeds.
probably have been neglecting this whole time.
Moko.
Work on your giant hearts.
Yeah, we
so
gotta
you
do
can
those.
collect
Yeah,
and
for
earn
sure.
more skill potions. Work on collecting your
seeds.
runes so you can
What?
unlock them
No.
for another class that might come down. A lot of you have been asking me, I want to play Lance Master. What should I be doing to work?
What about
help out my Lance
Moko
Master?
seeds?
And that's collecting runes, unlocking skill points, attending island events, and getting card packs to help out that class when it is finally released.
What about...
That's what I recommend that you do. Work on your characteristic personality virtues, these stats, so that you can work with some of the better NPCs.
Bro, how the fuck are my stats higher than his? Oh my god, dude, I've been farming the fuck out of those. Like, I'm about to hit 300 in some of my virtues.
Like Nia.
It's a week old? Yeah, he's probably caught
or
up to me by now.
Nina
He's probably past me.
My boy Zeals has an amazing
I was about to feel
guide,
good about
just
myself.
Like a breakdown of all that stuff when it comes to affinity. I'll have that link down below. That's what you should be doing in the meantime.
I don't even know how to get that
You should not be doing this
rapport
eye level
action thing.
race because it's capped. Argos isn't even out, and even if Argos does come out, the amount of gold that you get paid from doing Argos P1 is so little that you're better off just selling the mats right now, collecting the gold, and then waiting for Vulcan. You don't need the legendary accessories that will come off of Argos.
Yeah, that guy
You
does a lot of
want the
damage. Holy
artifact
fuck.
accessories. A lot of people make
Jesus
this mistake
Christ,
in
he
getting
does a lot of
accessories and
damage.
worrying about them now. You're going to replace these so quickly, but what you won't replace when it
Berserker
comes to
do
tier
more,
3,
though.
what you won't replace are the artifact or the orange, not the legendary, but the artifact, the relic accessories. Those you won't replace for over a year, and those are the ones that you care about.
Really?
If all that went over your head.
It's 'cause of the
no
engravings,
worries.
right?
I just wanted to put this information out there on the
Because
internet.
I remember watching something, and it's like the artifact shit, like the engravings can go higher. And like that's whenever you can hit like 3, 4, and like some guys even have like 5 engravings at 3. That's nuts.
Can assist some of you that are looking for
5-3,
advice. I hope
that's
you guys are
big dick,
enjoying the
man.
game. If you have any questions, you can
That
find
is
me
big
at my
dick.
live stream somewhere here on the screen, and I'd be
Oh my
more than willing
God.
to answer your questions there. Thank you so
That's
much
a
for
whole
watching,
lot.
and I will see you all in the next one.
Okay. I did this island the other day. I beat the whole thing. I got the island soul. It was a good one. It was a very good one. Silver video time? All right. We'll watch the silver video one, and then I want to just play the game. I don't want to goof around all day, okay? He doesn't care for story, fun stuff in the game. Not liking. I like Mokoko. Yeah, true, dude. True. Asman, I'm down bad. I'm wondering what game I should play to forget my ex-girlfriend. I thought you would know since you're good at games. So, it depends. So, here's what you want to do. So what you want to do is you want to go and watch this video right here. And you want to find out which of these characters looks the most like, where is it? The most like your girlfriend. And so, if you find one of these, you're like, okay, this looks pretty good. And you just start playing this one, right? So Lost Ark is because in Lost Ark you don't have one girlfriend, you have multiple girlfriends. And like you have a different girlfriend, you have multiple girlfriends in each different city. So it's just like Lost Ark is this is the apex girlfriend simulator, right? I mean, like, and it gets better, right? Yeah, you make your own girlfriend, you have a harem, exactly.